Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to share with you what I eat, and I haven't done a what I eat in a day video in a while, and as I said in like a recent video, I don't eat fully vegan anymore. If you've been watching this channel for a while and you've watched other of my what I eat in a day videos, you know that like I used to love starting my day with a smoothie bowl, and yeah, that was like really my go-to thing. And I still have smoothie bowls regularly, but not automatically. Before it used to be like my absolute go-to. Now I've noticed that in the past year or so, my breakfasts have rotated a lot, which has been really nice because I'm eating a variety of different things for breakfast. I've been having toast and avo and sometimes some eggs or some pancakes. Yeah, I would say like a rotation of those. I've even sometimes like heated up soup for breakfast. So my breakfasts have been like really broad and different and savory, sweet. In the winter, well, today it's quite cold, but I try to not put too much frozen produce if possible in my smoothies, or like mix at least with non-frozen things as well, so that it's not really like cold, which is better for the digestion. And I'm also having this with a little chamomile tea. And usually when I have my breakfast, I sit here and I'll just read my book. I don't like to like eat and work already. I like to like make a little bit of time to just sit and have breakfast. So this is what we're doing today. Also, this smoothie normally has beetroot, and I realized when I had blended it that I hadn't put the beetroot in. Sure, I could have still gone and done it, but I was lazy, so no beetroot today. And the book I'm reading right now is The Practice by Seth Godin, Shipping Creative Work. That's been like a really good beginning of the year motivation when it comes to my work. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's very like simple, straight to the point. I'm excited to like read something else as well, but I've been like finishing a book alongside this. And yeah, it's just been so nice. So like chapters are like super small, they're not even a page long, and I always read with like a marker. I don't know, I like to like, I noticed that like I like to like go back to things that I read, and yeah, I like to mark like the things that like really resonate with me. Alright, so I just had some leftover lunch, and that's something that I'll do a lot during the week, is that I'll cook more in the evening, and so I can have it for dinner, and then I can have a lunch the next day as well, and I don't need to make a meal like in the middle of my work day. Or I'll do something quick like toast. Yeah, I just keep it simple. And then for dessert, well, if I've baked something, I'll always have a piece of whatever I've baked. But otherwise, I often have like just dark chocolate. And right now I'm eating this 96%. I try to eat chocolate that's like above 80% cacao, but obviously I do have like sweeter chocolates as well, which I enjoy. And then like my go-to like snacks during the day, like if I'm hungry mid-morning, or I want to like something sweet after a meal. Because the meal I had right now was not really big. I think it might be also just because I had smoothie for breakfast and not like toast. In the winter, that's like how I get my hydration, is just through drinking lots of herbal teas throughout the day and water, but I find it easier to drink tea when it's cold. What I'll often have as a snack is some sort of like dried fruit, some like dates or dried bananas or fresh fruit as well. I have that for snacks as well. Nuts, like lots of almonds. On my moon right now, and cacao's really good when you're having like chocolate cravings around your period, but it's important to eat like really high quality really dark chocolate to get like the properties from it. Otherwise you're just eating basically sugar, and sugar impacts your hormones or your cramps in a negative way, so that's not what we're going for. And when I have a snack, I usually, even if I like have a piece of fruit, I love to have like nuts with it, because I find that like if I don't eat fat sometimes, then I'll just like end up being hungry like an hour later. Delicious and so simple. One thing that I absolutely love having, and I got quite a few recently, it's just maybe quite random, but I love so bad these like, it's not baby food, but it's like apple puree in a jar, and sometimes it has like pear. This one has apricot. I had one with mango, and it's just fruit that's blended and there's no added sugar. Let me know down below what are your like go-to snacks or like quick lunch break meals. I'm looking for new ideas and inspiration, and so yeah, if there's something like you'd like to share with me, let me know down below and I'll try it next week. It's 2:30 now, almost, and I've got a call at 3. It's like a therapy session. It's actually not really therapy. I wouldn't consider this therapy. It's more like a healing session. And it's a session with a woman who does like grid work, energy healing, earth healing. I don't know like what it's really called and how to explain it, but it's kind of like some sort of like energy work. And it's the type of things where you either believe in it or you don't, but you need to be open to it. And or maybe you don't even need to be open to it. Like, I don't know how open to it I was when I went, but it's definitely something where you don't really talk that much, and like she'll like either feel your body from like a distance, or she will like press on certain parts of the body and help like regulate the energy and how like, yeah, I don't know. It's I don't want to explain it because like I don't feel like I've got the terms and the whole like definition of it, but what I want to get to is that every time I've done a session, it's really like it felt really good afterwards. And to be honest, like whether it's scientifically proven to be like transformative or not, like I know how I feel and how I felt during and after each session. So every time that I've got a bit of like a tough time, and that actually, this session should have been last week when I was like in the depth of my PMS. That's like around a time where I'll like book a session because I know I'll be like, there'll be all this flux of emotion coming up, and I kind of like want some support and some grounding, and just like it helps me like, you know, flush things out in a way, like energetically. Like every time she'll like tell me to, you know, wear a certain color or put a candle. It's my first time doing it online and not in person, so I'm very curious how that's gonna feel compared to the in-person. But I'm also, yeah, going back to Cape Town soon, so I'll probably do a couple sessions while I'm there. But yeah, it's with a lady in Cape Town, and I did a bunch of sessions with her in person when I was like going through a breakup last year, and yeah, just some like really tough times, and I just felt really, really good. Let's go get ready for this, shall we? I had a very productive Monday morning, and now I'm having like a bit of this afternoon, like just for myself, and it feels really nice. I'm really excited. Tonight for dinner, I'm going to make some roasted vegetables, a whole mix of different vegetables. I think I'm gonna use, let's see what we've got. I'm gonna use celeriac. I love this. It's delicious in soups. I even put it in curries, or I just like roast it. Probably gonna put some like normal potatoes and a beetroot. I'm gonna make some tempeh. The one that I've got here is an organic one that I get on Katsudomi. It's like a health food store, sorry, online that's based in Europe, and I really, really love that store. It's got amazing products and really good pricing. Like for example, you can get like lots of bulk things in these bags that are 100% compostable. Like the bags are 100% plant-based. One thing that I love about it is that like I can like literally compost some of the packaging and order like rice and almonds and lentils in big bags. This one is a pretty small bag, but they've got bigger ones too. And it's organic and like really, really good price. And then also like specific things like tempeh, or I also get my soy cream on there, coconut milk sometimes, or silken tofu as well. This is always something I like to have in my pantry. But tonight we're gonna make tempeh, and I'm gonna go and marinate it. I'm putting a little soy sauce, some sesame oil, going to grate some ginger. And one thing I like to do when I've got like a little piece of ginger left like this is I'll just like pop it in my teapot and have it as tea instead of throwing it away. And I'm also gonna add some garlic, which I'm gonna grate. I'm gonna add a little honey. This is optional. You can also use maple syrup or agave. Wow!
There's a card that isn't in there that I can see.
What? You've been hiding them like all over. There's even like a few times where I've seen them and then I forgot to like pick them up.
I just found it so funny that you're like, I found all the cards, I'm finding cards, and I was like, there's one above your head.
So I think we should answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the hardest goodbye in life so far? Whew. The hardest one? Saying goodbye to Tiger?
You feel that so much on you?
No, but the most true hardest. No, I don't know.
The idea for this is to be completely vulnerable and have no expectation of your answer.
I know. goodbye. I think the hardest goodbye was when I was the first time I was in love. I fell in love on like a cruise ship on a holiday, and like.
Is that with the Italian guy?
Yeah. So, oh my god, I was like 15, and the cruise ship like ended in Venice. Like the cruise ended in Venice in Italy. Like, so romantic, whatever. And it was only a week's long, so it's like we had gotten to know each other, but we were like friends for like most of that week actually. And then like on like the last 2 days maybe, like we had a thing, and like we fell in love. I think like that was one of the hardest goodbyes, like knowing that week was coming to an end and we had to say goodbye, and we like lived really like not super far now, like you know when you're grown up and don't go to school and you can pay for it. But I was 15, like I had absolutely no clue when I would be able to see him again, if I ever would be seeing him again, and also like let alone my parents would let me like take a train all the way to Italy. I think it's probably harder when it will be when like a loved one passes. I've never experienced that with like the death or the loss of someone. And you?
My cat died. It was also about a week, or probably 2 weeks that I knew him, and his name was Nostradamus.